Hello, my greenskins. Now, I've brought up a couple times that there's video game adaptations out there when I talked about the Mega Man cartoon. Well, here's one I didn't expect to be any good at all and kind of surprised me. And gives me hope because cartoon video game adaptations have had a pretty decent track record. Not great, not perfect. There's quite a few that sucked balls. And then every once in a while you got a decent one. But this one, this adaptation I liked a lot. Twisted Metal. And honestly, if we get that Metal Gear, they've been talking about this Metal Gear TV show that's apparently going to be coming out. If this is what we get, I'm all fucking in. I'm interested. This show. This is horde approved. This show you give a good roar to, because this fucker is so good and surprised the fuck out of me. But I do have a problem. And let's break this show down and I'll get to the problem. We have a fucking amazing cast that acted their heart out. Stephanie Burgess, which is also the individual who played in, I want to say Reno 911, but it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anthony Marco, or McCannell, as the lead, John Doe, which both of these, this actress and this actor, fucking every time they play their heart out. Although I will admit, she kind of plays the same character. I kind of feel bad because I think she's a better actress than that. And I think she's very well grounded as an actress. You have Samoa Joe playing the body type of Sweet Tooth, and Will Arnett as his voice. Holy fuck, that's amazing. You have Thomas Hagen as Agent Smith, which I think he did a good job. And it just like, there was some good actors in here. And the list just keeps going on and on and on. Like, you can just keep going if you really wanted to. But this had one hell of an amazing cast. And they did a fucking amazing job. And I'll have to break down, like, the acting and stuff for this. And then I'll kind of break down the weak points of this. But the actors, so far, I've watched the thing all the way through. This was impressive acting. And wasn't perfect, but it was impressive acting. And we'll break down their acting and their next little bit in the story breakdown. The story of this is our milkman, John Doe, doing deliveries. Now I know that sounds kind of doing deliveries. That kind of sounds stuff, but let's add a little spice to this flavor. The world has ended due to an event. I guess it was an attack, or I guess it was EMP. Maybe a solar flare flashes out and burns everything out. So there's nothing left, and people have to restart from square one. Because, like, could you imagine if we had this global event that just fried everything? And there are only small little pockets of the world. These pockets are very few and far between. There's, like, New Seattle, New Chicago, places that could have started up again and had the resources. But the world went to shit because everyone went crazy. And the milkmen are your delivery boys who do these extreme jobs. And now we have John getting the chance of a lifetime to join one of these locations that's protected, safe, that he can live his life whatever, however, or whatever he wants to live. He gets to get this enjoyment of doing that. And he wants in. So he got 10 days to figure out how to get in, how to get his package, and get there. And on the way, he runs into another character from the Twisted Metal franchise, Quiet, played by Stephanie, the girl from the woman from New York Nine-Nine, and they are basically trying to start their life. And this is what I liked. This is what I really liked about this the show. It's a lot of driving. There are some interesting car stunts, but they're few and far between. But the acting in this is really well done. The acting is impressive. And they actually play the storyline really good. They play the acting really good. A lot of these characters are fucking assholes, but, you know, in an apocalyptic world, you're going to have a lifetime of pricks. Just the way it goes. And they just did a good job. And from Sweet 2, from Samoa Joe surprising us. Well, Samoa Joe's always had a good body language, but in this one, he really... I really gotta say this. Samoa Joe is a great body actor. He's a wrestler, so you can't really diss that. But no, that's the truth. Like, he has an amazing frame of presence that he does a good job. Anthony John Doe does an amazing job acting. I can't think of a single character here except for one. There's one character I didn't like, and that's the preacher. Where I was like, that's bad casting. They should have got this. They should have got a lengthy, very long. It would have been one of the few times even though I know why they picked him because he is a good actor. He's a good comedic actor. But I want someone who's, you know, I want someone a lot more intimidating. I don't find that guy intimidating. And the preacher's got to be an intimidating fuck. Like, the black preacher's a nasty guy. And it's interesting to see all these characters in one collection. So let's break down the stunt work and some of the action. The stunt work and the action in this show is really well done. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of hardcore driving stunts. We don't get that until a little later. And I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love when they did play to the video game crowd and did some video game stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'm enjoying that. And they did a well job. The only thing I was I feel a little pissed about is no Grim Reaper and no Mr. Grimm yet. I think Mr. Grimm's showing up in the next season, but I'm like, fuck, I want Mr. Grimm. And I'm not going to spoil much, but I want Mr. Grimm with this one. The acting was superb, and some of the fight sequences were good, but they're also shit. There were times where I'm like, but they did do a decent job. And I think the actress, I think Stephanie did a really good job in the combat. She was really well done in this. I really do like this actress, and I think she doesn't get enough credit for what she does do, but she is awesome a lot of times. And I'm hoping to see her in a little bit more stuff because I think her star hasn't fully hit her peak yet, but she's getting to that point where if there was a solo show and she was in it, oh, I'd be into watching that. Again, it was overall, like, I can't stop harping about the cast. The story's good. It's not perfect, but the story's good. The world is twisted and fucked up on every level. I'm not going to, like I said, I don't want to do too much to spoil, but damn it, yeah, it's fucked up. The music, well, good and bad. They did a great job with the music, but I would have liked some original music. I hate to say it, the Japanese have beaten us to the point where, you know, I don't think we do good original music. We do a lot of theme music. Like, you'll have, like, you know, Sunshine from that, I can't remember the name of the band. They have, like, they'll like play Cypress Hill here and there. They'll play little bits and pieces. They play the thongs. They sing the thong song in a moment there in one of the parts. I think they did a great job, and I think I'd like to see more. Metal Gear. God damn it! I keep thinking that. Twisted Metal. I'm going to have to listen to this to see how many times I say that. I might have to put a counter. Twisted Metal was a solid idea. I was a little sad they got rid of a couple characters right away, but you know, that's a thing. I think they did a good job, and yeah, it was quite impressive. Next, we'll break her down to the rating. So, what am I going to rate this show? Well, it's good. Like, we need more shows like this. I want more shows like this. Like, I hear One Piece is also really good and follows true to what it is. We need more shows like this. I'm sorry, She-Hulk, we don't need more shows like She-Hulk. Whoever thought She-Hulk was a good idea can go fuck themselves. Whoever thought everything else that Disney Plus has been pulling out of their ass so far, except for like 1 or 2 times, I don't think there's a single thing I've wanted to like watch from Disney Plus. I wanted to watch Peacock because of this show. I was impressed by this show. I ended up, like I said, I watched it on Paramount Plus, and I shotgunned the fuck out of this show. It was awesome. And so what am I going to rate this show? Well, as a show as a whole, I'm going to give this show a solid 7. It's an awesome show. Well done. Way above average in some ways. I would even go as far as calling 77.5. As it regards to the video game, no. His video game adaptation, a 2? Maybe a... Characters are in it. I don't love it. Don't hate it. But again, Twisted Metal's an interesting franchise as a whole because I believe they reboot it I think they reboot it like 3 times or 2 times. Because there's Twisted Metal, yeah. So they rebooted it a couple times. That's had quite a few reboots, and this is a good show. I'm interested to see what the second season is with the tournament. I'm interested to see what they did with Dollface and what they're doing with other characters. There's quite a few characters in Twisted Metal, so I'm interested. I'm interested to see if they add characters when they need to add characters. I'm interested with who they bring in, who they take out. I'm a little sad some characters are dead, but that's okay. I'm interested to see what they do with Calypso. And yeah, they did a great job. And this makes me excited. This and One Piece makes me excited. This is catering to the fans. This is creating something that's awesome, enjoyable. And it does cater to the fans a little bit. It's not perfect, but this does have a lot of, like, there are so many nods to everything. Like, this caters to action fans. This caters to people as a whole. And that's what we need. We need shows that cater to people. We don't need this crap. The crap that comes out. We don't need another She-Hulk. Who wants another She-Hulk? I honestly, I hear there's the Ahsoka. Who cares about live action Attack Clone Wars series? I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Star Wars as a whole. And now, and I won't be a fan because someone else puts some crap. Because Buddy puts his creates live action Star Wars from a cartoon. I don't care. I'm more interested in a show like this that comes out of left field, blows it out of the water, and is amazing. And if they do this with Metal Gear Solid, I'm all in. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on Orc War Chief Reviews.